The boxers have been given their instructions. The seconds are out. The crowd is ready for another edition of Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing with your presenter, the boxing historian, Greg Rashid.
Well, I want to say Swati Cup to everyone out there. This is Greg Rashid with another edition of the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast. And this is a special edition. I'm doing an experiment today because usually we do an hour show, but this is going to be a short one. I may be doing these off and on during the week because we usually do these shows on the weekend, but I'm going to do some on the week because there's a lot of folks who want to hear these shows and they're interested, and this is going to be just a little bit different, but it's all about boxing. If you're new to the program, yes, I'm in Bangkok, Thailand, and these weekday shows will be centered around Thai boxers over here, just in general, in Singapore, Japan, South Korea, those fighters. We're going to highlight them and some of the folks that fight in Australia, New Zealand. But we're going to have fun no matter what on this program. And it'll be a shorter program, so won't be doing music, but we'll still be talking about news in the world of boxing, boxing history. In fact, we're going to start with that right now. We have Aria here, and she's going to talk about what's going on in the world of boxing right now, and that right now being July 15th, 2024. So let's take it away, Aria.
Lightweight contender Raymond Muratalla passed his toughest stylistic test Saturday evening by defeating former world champion Tevin Farmer via 10-round unanimous decision at Pearl Concert Theatre at Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas. Muratalla had to overcome Farmer's elusive southpaw style by using angles and consistent pressure. Farmer succeeded by landing straight left hands from the outside, but quick flurries from the 27-year-old stunted his momentum. In the eighth, referee Thomas Taylor deducted a point from Farmer for excessive holding. Muratalla, who was urged by head trainer Robert Garcia to increase the pressure, stunned Farmer with a right hand in the following stanza. Muratalla kept the pace high in the final round to clinch the victory and retained his NABO and NAPF titles by scores of 97-92, 96-93, and 95-94. Muratalla said, "I just had to keep applying the pressure. He was moving around. He was holding. So I had to keep putting on the pressure. And we came out with the victory. I was just consistent with the pressure. I just kept putting it on. My team told me to keep putting it on. I was breaking him down round by round. I want the champions next. Dennis Berinchik called my name. I'm calling out his name right now. If I can't get Berinchik, then I want Shakur Stevenson." Farmer said, "That point deduction was crazy. I feel like we were both holding. The times I tried to get out, he had my arm, so it looked like I was holding. So, he took the point. But it's the ref. He makes the calls. So you have to take it on the chin." Deontay Wilder has risen in the WBC rankings despite 2 straight defeats and remains eligible for an immediate heavyweight title shot. The Bronze Bomber moved up 1 place due to the World Boxing Council's ruling that anyone challenging another organization's title must be removed from the WBC list. This means Anthony Joshua, facing Daniel Dubois for the IBF belt on September 21st, is dropped despite previously being the number 1 contender. That honor now goes to former title holder Tyson Fury. However, Fury is not mandatory despite having a rematch clause to face current WBC ruler Alexander Usyk in December. It's a complicated situation that is also largely unfathomable in Wilder's case due to his form. Losing against Joseph Parker and Zhilei Zhang in December and June is not a recognizable world championship-worthy run. Wilder's record since 2020 leaves a lot to be desired, with 4 losses and only 1 victory. Only a solitary knockout of Robert Helenius, no longer ranked in the WBC top 40, backs up any claims Wilder has to compete for his old green and gold belt. Despite everything mentioned above, Wilder goes from 15th to 14th in the past month. The 4 major boxing sanction bodies have discussed the possibility of featuring the other champions in the ratings. If this were the case, Wilder undoubtedly wouldn't be eligible for a world title shot as a top 15 ranked contender. Additionally, every WBA, IBF, and WBO title holder would feature above the American in the current standings. Wilder needs a victory to get back in the mix, having recently been linked to a move down to bridgerweight. Champion Lawrence Okolie accepted the challenge of facing Wilder after World Boxing News got the green light from Mauricio Sulaiman for the 38-year-old to contest the 224-pound if he so wished. Without a response from Wilder before a scheduled purse bid with mandatory and interim champion Kevin Lerena, Okolie seems set to move on. It appears Saudi Arabian boxing powerbroker Turki Al-Sheikh believes Jaron Ennis has some boots to fill in the sport of boxing. Al-Sheikh proposed via social media a fight between Ennis and pound-for-pound great Terence Crawford at junior middleweight soon. Ennis of Philadelphia stopped David Avanesian of Nottinghamshire, United Kingdom, in 5 rounds on Saturday in his Philadelphia homecoming. This was his first fight since signing with Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing, and his performance clearly caught the attention of Al-Sheikh. I just reached out to boxer Jaron Ennis and Eddie Hearn to congratulate him on his win, and I'd love to see Ennis fight with Crawford at weight 154 soon, tweeted Al-Sheikh. Ennis promoter, Eddie Hearn, also expressed confidence in the potential fight, though he clarified that it would likely happen in 2025. Hearn indicated that Ennis' next fight in the fall will not be against Crawford. He is going to move to 54 at some point, said Hearn. But you don't want to really go before you have taken care of business. Hearn described a conversation with Al-Sheikh about the potential fight between Ennis and Crawford. Ennis, sitting next to Hearn, voiced his opinion with a quick retort, "Send the contract." He detailed his conversation with Al-Sheikh. "I said to His Excellency, maybe if you want we will go co-main event on Bivol BWF in October out there, Saudi Arabia, or we could come back here. There are further subplots to consider." Mike Coppinger of ESPN reported that Saul Canelo Alvarez might target a stay-busy type fight in Los Angeles in the fall and move towards a Crawford mega fight in 2025. A lot of Crawford's future plans and options depend on his upcoming WBA junior middleweight title shot against current title holder Israel Madrimov on August 3 in Los Angeles. Regardless, Ennis lingers in the background with the biggest fight backers in the world, the Saudis, showing an interest in making that potential fight happen.
Thank you very much, Irvin, for that. And the WBC, I don't get them. Wilder's losing, and he still moves up. They are the strangest of all of the sanctioning bodies. I don't get their logic. But anyway, let's move on to a little history real quickly. And Ariel is going to tell us about a little history this week, and particularly on the 16th of July. So let's hear that.
July 16, 1947, Rocky Graziano stopped Tony Zale in the 6th round to win their World Middleweight Championship rematch before a crowd of 18,547 at Chicago Stadium. After Zale's knockout of Graziano in their first fight was named the Ring's 1946 Fight of the Year, the rematch earned repeat honors. The Ring also ranked the rematch number 2 on its list of the 100 greatest title fights of all time in 1996. In the finale of their storied trilogy in June 1948, Zale knocked out Graziano in round 3 to regain the title. While no film footage of their second fight was thought to have existed, a bootlegged recording of the bout surfaced several years ago.
And there's an excellent book out there about those fights. You got to check out. Don't remember the author's name off the top of my head, but yeah, great books. Check it out. And I may just do a fantasy fight on here sometimes with those two again, Zale and Graziano, just to see what would happen. But anyway, we're going to get to our main event here. But and I want to thank those who have become Patreons, in particular our Red Sox fan. Has a great YouTube channel, great guy, my first Patreon. And, just you have the opportunity. You can be a Patreon too. All you have to do is go to patreon.com, look for Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast, and you will see it there. It may be under also Ringside Fantasy Fights in News. Ringside Fantasy Fights in News. Check us out there and become a Patreon. $1 a month, whatever you can do, so we can keep this equipment functioning, keep these great shows rolling, and just have, continue to have all the fun that we always have on this program. But this one, as I said, these are weekday programs. Are going to be little special ones dedicated to mostly the Asian fighters, and we're going to start off today with a flyweight fight. And a lot of these fights are going to be the smaller weights. And we're going to have, as always, Knockout Nigel is going to be our commentator. And he'll tell you about the fighters and what's going to happen. So take it away, Knockout.
Cheers. This is your humble commentator, Knockout Nigel, coming from Bangkok for a flyweight bout at Lumpini Stadium. The combatants today are Samson Dutchboy Jim and the legendary Khaosai Galaxy. Galaxy has my favorite nickname in boxing. He is known as the left hand that drills intestines. What a name. For that reason, he is called the Thai Tyson. Jim is a knockout artist as well and is a highly skilled Muay Thai boxer. The crowd here is anticipating a total war that is scheduled for 12 rounds. The bout will be scored on the 10-point system. The judges are Frank Garza, Manuel Matic Salah, and Oli Maeki. The referee will be the always fair Frank Sikora. I have been given a special bubbly that is from a Buddhist temple in the mountain region. I have also been given a special plate of snacks that I am told will give me a protein boost. Let me take a sip of bubbly. My, it is so tart. I never tasted such a sweet and sour tasting bubbly ever. Wow, what a kicker. And these snacks have an unconventional taste. Let me partake of a handful as round one begins. The fighters meet at ring center. Jim backs away and circles Galaxy. Galaxy has cut off the ring and pinned Jim on the near ropes. Galaxy lands a 4-point left cross that snapped Jim's head back. Galaxy misses with a cross, then scores a 4-point right uppercut that has sweat flying from Jim's face. Galaxy tallies 5 points with a left hook to the body. Jim doubles over, then retreats. Galaxy's punches have very bad intentions. Galaxy lands a partially blocked cross for 1-point left jab. The fighters are in ring center. Jim lands a 2-point right cross. Galaxy lands a 3-point left uppercut. Jim lands a 2-point left uppercut in return. Jim has felt Galaxy's power and is not afraid to stand with him and slug it out. Galaxy scores 5 points on a left cross that rocks Jim on his heels. Galaxy lands a 4-point combination. Jim may be ready to go, but out of nowhere, Jim lands a 4-point right hook that buckles Galaxy's knees. The round ends. What a round. Galaxy dominated the round, but Jim is not backing down. He almost floored Galaxy toward the end of the round. Galaxy had 27 points to 8 for Jim. My, this bubbly is superb, and these brown and green snacks top it off. I will take another sip as round 2 begins. Galaxy comes out and immediately clinches. I think he may still be groggy from Jim's punch to end round 1. Jim pushes Galaxy back and misses with a whizzing left hook. Galaxy lands a 3-point right hook. Galaxy is stalking his man. Galaxy has cut off the ring and pinned Samson Dutchboy Jim in far corner. Galaxy misses with a right uppercut, then clinches. Galaxy misses with a left hook, but scores a 3-point right cross. Galaxy lands a devastating left hook for 5 points. Jim stumbles and falls into the ropes. Galaxy lands a 5-point left hook to Jim's ribs. Jim let out a loud scream from that shot. Galaxy lands a 5-point right cross that snaps Jim's head back. Galaxy lands a 4-point right uppercut and 3-point left hook. Jim is helpless on his feet. His guard is down at his sides. Galaxy scores 5 points with a destructive left hook to the head. The referee steps between the fighters and stops the fight. At 2:12 of round 2, the winner by TKO is Khaosai Galaxy. I can see that Jim's corner also threw in the towel, but referee Sikora did not notice it. His cornermen are helping Jim back to his corner. Galaxy pats Jim on the back and whispers in his ear. Galaxy is urging the crowd to stand up for Jim for being a brave warrior. My boss, Greg Rashid, has told me that besides traveling the world covering fights, I will be coming back during the week to cover Galaxy's fights in Bangkok from time to time. I hope I am given some more of this bubbly and this yummy snacks. What's that you say, my good man? The bubbly is a mixture of snake venom and rooster gizzards? The snacks are ground-up roach, worms and grasshoppers? What? Help! Call a doctor. I am feeling nauseous. This is Knockout Nigel. Cheers! Someone please pump my stomach out now. A doctor? Please help me. Or maybe one of you glorious ring card ladies can assist me.
Oh, poor Knockout. I mean, he's always getting, I've got him here now, and he still is just getting into little problems. He doesn't, ask questions. He just eats, drinks. He doesn't know, and gets involved with ring card girls, but that's another story. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that fight. Rather quick, but these are going to be very quick weekly shows during in the middle of the week, just something quick. The other shows, keep in mind, I broadcast those on radio on KUHS in Denver, but these will be basically online shows. These fights will be online. But I hope you enjoyed that. We won't be doing any music on these shows. We'll just do the fights, get the news, and get ourselves out of here in a sense. But hope you enjoyed that. But, as I always say, because we're going to get out of here now, go in love and go in peace. And what has gone on, unless you were under a rock, you know what's gone on in the world. In America, man, it's tense. I look at it from here, it's just really tense. But do what you can to bring peace to your community. As I always say, every morning when you get up, go to the mirror, look in that mirror, hug yourself and say you love yourself. If you're sight impaired, get up, hug yourself, and say you love yourself. Because if you don't love yourself, you can't do anything. You can't help anyone because you can't help yourself. You don't love yourself. But do what you can. Do what you can to make the world, wherever you are, whatever community you're in, a better place. But this is Greg Rashid again. Go in love and go in peace. And we'll see you next time on the Shoulder Roll Virtual Boxing Podcast.
Thanks for tuning in. Please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. Thanks and have a great day.